Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. What I wanted to talk to you about this morning is a plant that's very important for you to have in your garden. I think every gardener should have Comfrey, and I thought a good way to start the information would be to tell you about my book, Herbs for Texas. We do have the Comfrey plant covered in the book. You can see we have very detailed information about the plant and about how to use it as a medicinal herb. I don't recommend taking it as a culinary herb because it is pretty strong. Some people do, but I don't go that route. It is very useful for skin problems, up to and including insect bites, and believe it or not, it's the best treatment I've ever run into for treatment of brown recluse spider bites. Comfrey is a wonderful perennial that I recommend everybody have. To begin with, it's a good looking plant. It's a good looking perennial, comes back year after year without any trouble at all. One of the uses it has, I put the old stems and leaves as they start to go downhill and around the outside of the plant into the compost pile. You won't find anything better as far as providing nutrients, trace mineral, secondary nutrients, and even NPK to your compost pile. And then the top growth, where the flower stems are and the newest, prettiest foliage, I use that. I cut off a couple of handfuls every now and then and mix them with water in a blender to make the slurry that I use to put on skin problems. I'll tell you more about how I use it and how to make the liquid solution after this. Well, let me show you how to make my Comfrey slurry. Get a mess of Comfrey out of the garden to begin with. Wonderful plant to grow for a lot of reasons. Rinse it off, might have some pollen or a little bit of dirt, or some insects. In my case, it would only be beneficial insects. And then you can either crush it or cut it. I usually just cut it up and put it in the blender. I use one called a NutriBullet. It works really well. The only ingredients are the Comfrey and water. Enough water. Use enough water to cover the Comfrey. And then into the blender, the NutriBullet blender. Let it get pretty smooth. It'll actually start to heat up a little bit if you do it too long. Anyway, it makes a very nice looking slurry. And then we simply put it in glass containers to save it and keep the glass containers in the refrigerator. What I do, I'm not a medical doctor, I am a dirt doctor, but I learned a long time ago just from personal use and from other herbalists that helped me do my book. In fact, there's a lot of information on Comfrey in my book, Texas Herbs, and it's good for people coast to coast and border to border, not just Texas. But what we do is simply keep these in the refrigerator and then use it whenever you want. This is one I've had at home in the refrigerator for quite a while, and I simply dab it out and put it on problem places. It works on warts, it works on moles, it works on crusty places. It might turn into something else. It works on the blue, purple bruises that older people like me get. How long it lasts, I don't know. It'll get a little cruddy on the top of the container, and from time to time, you know, once you get it growing, it's a perennial, comes back every year, you'll have plenty of it. But I've kept it around for as long as a year in a refrigerator before. It's a beautiful plant as well, so give it a try. That's the way to make the Comfrey slurry to help your skin look a little bit better. Talk to you later.